vloggers do this. Hello everybody, my name is Rachel Ohnsman and I am going to actually post on my YouTube channel for once. I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about myself. I haven't really gotten to do that before, or at least I haven't gotten myself to do that before. So I wanted to share a little bit about my life, a little bit about what I do. I like lots of things. I like sculpting, painting, art in general, gingerbread houses. I just made one. I like cooking, coffee shops, books, yoga, dogs, Disney movies, skincare products, spending time with people that I care about, fashion, traveling. I've been all over the place, which has been really cool. I'm going to Scandinavia this spring. I like languages. I've learned a little bit of Dutch. Mag ik alstublieft een warme chocolademelk? It means may I please have a hot chocolate? Things that I don't like. Red peppers. Any peppers. Sweet peppers? Nope. Feeling left out? Don't like that. I don't like spending money, but I really like spending money. I like things and I don't like things, and some things I'm indifferent about. Like most people. I started my YouTube channel when I was about 13, and I grew up just watching random stuff on YouTube. I never consistently posted on it, even though I put stuff on my Instagram all the time. Follow me on Instagram. But I wanted to share more about what I do musically and otherwise. As far as music goes, I have pretty wide interests in the musical world. I grew up playing classical music, classical piano, and I took classical voice lessons all through high school and then into college. I played the French horn badly, and I played the cello okay for a third grader. I did a lot of musical theater. I'm still a big dork in that. I love musicals. I would really love to be working as a music director, orchestrator, all that kind of stuff for musicals, for movies, for whatever, whoever will take me. I grew up in Reading, Pennsylvania. Basically, choir was a huge deal. Theater was a huge deal. There wasn't so much to do with jazz or contemporary stuff. I can read music really well, in huge thanks to playing classical piano and taking lessons for so long in that realm, and also choir and singing in my church choir and handbells and all kinds of things. When I got to college, I went to college at Frost School of Music, University of Miami, Florida, not Ohio. When I got there, went into the classical voice department, realized pretty quickly that that wasn't what I wanted to do anymore. I'm very grateful for having gone into that, and I actually went in because of my amazing choral director, Dr. Karen Kennedy, who just means the world to me and who brought me into the school, gave me the chance to be there. Thanks to her, I ended up at a school that had 3 distinct music programs. There was classical, contemporary, and jazz. Forgot jazz. I went into the jazz program for jazz voice, stayed in the choir. I was hearing all my friends who were playing all this crazy stuff. A lot of them were jazz musicians, some of them were songwriters as well. They're playing this stuff that they were creating, and I thought that was so cool. So I wanted to do that too. I learned so much. I got my butt kicked a little bit. The knowledge that I came out of that with, unparalleled. I know so much more about harmony. I know so much more about expression of voice. I came in with a good understanding of vocal technique from the classical lessons, and then I learned a whole other technique through the jazz lessons. Many of you watching this are probably also musicians. Even if we specialize in a particular genre, that doesn't limit us. I'm the poster child for that because I was in classical, I went to jazz, and then I started writing songs, and I started doing a lot more contemporary, like pop, folk, fusing my jazz influence, my theater influence with pop music that I loved. I had tried to write songs before. They were not very good. So I decided that I was going to write something that I loved. So I sat down and I wrote a bunch of terrible songs, and then eventually I wrote one that I liked, and I was like, okay, fine, I can do this. Because I didn't believe that I could be a songwriter because I never liked my lyrics, especially. Then I went on a month-long backpacking trip to Europe, which was a wild time. And when I was there, I didn't have access to a piano regularly. I basically brought a notebook and decided that I was just going to write poetry constantly, lyrics, whatever you want to call it. I wrote so much poetry. Some of it was terrible, some of it was okay, and some of it, a few things were really good. And I wrote this song, Chloe, that is on my album, Lovers, which you can stream. I also have physical copies, but I don't sell them on the internet yet because I can't figure out how to do it. So I finished writing the verses when I got home from the trip. And from there, I just started writing songs as much as I could. So I was writing, doing jazz, classical stuff, theater, music directing, doing a lot of teaching. I love teaching, I love kids. Right now, I actually teach ages 5 to 22, which is really funny because I'm 23. Long story short, I ended up staying in Miami for my master's. So I'm currently working on my master's degree. I am almost done with it. So it's media writing and production, film scoring, and music production. I've worked on so much stuff. I've learned a lot about conducting, learned a lot more about orchestration. That's something I'm really interested in. My master's has been a totally different musical learning experience than my undergrad was. I'm almost done, and once I graduate with that, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'm planning on moving to New York. So if you're there, hit me up. I'm excited about this channel because it's going to be an opportunity to share a lot about myself. Personal stuff, not so personal stuff, musical stuff, a lot of musical stuff, mostly musical stuff. I'm gonna be talking about all kinds of things on my own, but I also am going to be making a lot of videos with friends of mine who are awesome musicians, songwriters, vocalists, you name it. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for listening to me. If you made it this far in this video, I commend you. I will see you soon, and Happy New Year. Goodbye.